call off. Go ahead, take a little PST, get paid sick time, a little PTO, start out here.
Hey, what's going on, y'all? What's going on Facebook? See some folks coming. Man, how you doing, brother? What's the official ad? You know the official address?
It's 7330 Brightland Street.
733?
7330 Brightland Street.
7330 Brightland Street.
Yep, Brightland.
Brightland Street. Here in Windermere. So, as y'all can see, before we even get started, got my media badge just in case anything pop off. We are here. You got a lot of folks. I'm gonna turn the camera around. Still social distancing, that's why I'm covering my face. Hopefully y'all can hear me. All right. We got folks out here. This is the house. All right. We got some news media here, some people here just watching, onlooking, some people protesting. What we can't allow and what we won't allow, and the message that's being sent today is what we won't allow is for any suspected white supremacists or white supremacists murdering cops to be safe harbored in Orange County. It ain't going down like that. As you can see what's going on in Minnesota, Ohio, Kentucky, all these different areas, you can see it's going down. Okay? So, as far as the way our social justice is set up over here, is that the people in this community or the sheriff's department who put out this statement, and let me tell you about that. The sheriff's department put out a statement saying, it's not here, there's nothing to see here. However, when I came on scene, people are saying that there's people in the house, there's cameras out here. So while they're here, we could be here too. All right? And so anytime the sheriff's department puts out anything as far as about community safety and how the community doesn't have to worry about anything under the leadership of John Mina, I immediately become suspicious. So I have to come to Windermere to check it out myself. As y'all can see, there's folks out here. That's the house right here. For what I've been told is that people said that they've seen movement. There's other media outlets, I believe that's Telemundo's out here. Other media outlet down here, but so people are just kind of posted up. Just to let everybody know, we're peaceful. You know, everybody's just kind of sitting still, being peaceful. They have their signs out. Organizers, Miles is asking everybody to come out here at 3 o'clock, I believe. So, hello to everybody who's joined in on the live. Yep, I'm being safe. Still trying to practice, you know, my social distancing as best as possible. This is why are people out here, right? Why are people protesting, right? Is here, especially if they say the guy is not here. The reason people are here is to send a message that what we saw and the trauma that we saw, the murder that we saw on social media, won't be tolerated, and that people like him or people who think like him, if you choose to do a murderous act like that, your life is going to be forever altered. We're going to have to smoke you out of your foxhole wherever you're at, and you should not have any peace until there is actual justice. So that's the message for everybody who's saying, well, why are everybody standing around? Because everybody should know, just like in our community, They attacked our community with Markeith Lloyd situation, and they everybody's house and everything. It's the same strategy. We're using the same strategy. So the entire block here in Windermere is hot. And it's hot because even the idea of safe harboring someone like this will not be tolerated in this community or in Orange County, Central Florida. So people are out here. Justice. So for anybody, let me just say that for anybody who's trying to social media, this is broadcasting. I am a journalist of the Central Florida Association of Black Journalists with actual media credentials. So I have a duty to be out here, not only as a black man, but as someone who wants to report on what's going on, similar to the Telemundo or Wesh or any of the other news outlets. So let's look. I'm gonna show y'all, flip it around. So people are out here. Everybody's out here. They're just peaceful. Peaceful. They're chilling. All right. Some people are talking to the media. So that's the scene right now. Hopefully they don't tow my car because I parked down the street. And I kind of parked a little crazy, so I might have to put the stimulus check on it. Who knows? But for right now, we're here.
Okay.
For everybody who's watching, thank y'all for watching. Let me move up. This is a little closer. This is the house. Let me move up. I'm across the street. Let me look both ways. This is the home right here. This is the home. All right. So, yep. So if they can go ahead and if they can go ahead and arrest a CNN reporter for doing his job and reporting the news, you can arrest someone and you have enough evidence to arrest somebody for murder when you see a murderous white supremacist sitting on his kneeing him in his neck. Anybody who says anything different, they're playing. Oh no, mine. No. Straight. I'll let them know straight up. Oh, and also for the Zuckerbergs and all the people that like to silence people on their stuff, this is an official broadcast. If you guys go ahead to the Soapboxx podcast, go ahead and like it. But we are live in Windermere. Some of my contemporaries are out here. They've been knocked off of social going on. Has anybody knocked on the door?
Yeah, some guy earlier was like banging, and for a while, but like.
Okay. All right. Mind if I interview you guys? I'm TJ with the Soapboxx. Okay. All right. And what is your name? Oh, let me get in the light a little bit. What's your name?
Bella Ibarra.
Bella. So what is the scene? I just got out here. What's the scene been like thus far?
Well, I got here at like almost 10 a.m. and it wasn't much people. It was just like me and a few reporters. Mm-hmm. But more and more people are coming. More and more reporters are coming. No one's in or out of the house, but like some guy was banging on the door really loud. Like he did it like twice. But
from the inside or outside?
From the outside. Like he came up to the door, started banging on it, but no one answered. A neighbor came out and she was like,
Let me get his shot.
Here.
Sign in.
He's not here, but we don't really trust her. Like she wouldn't know, you know.
Yeah.
Proved it. And you know, the sheriff's department was saying that he's not here, but they could be just trying to protect him. Like,
Yeah.
we don't really know or not, but it's not. Or not, though. You know, we're trying to protect.
What message are you trying to send by being out here? Just by being out here, what message are you trying to express out here?
Basically, like, the police can't keep killing innocent people and keep terrorizing and murdering, like, minority groups, people of color, anyone they want. Like, I don't know. There needs to be justice. Yeah, we need to keep protesting until it's done.
Yeah.
Until that officer is arrested for killing George Floyd. Every other officer needs to be investigated for murdering people of color every day. Like, it just needs to stop. We need to keep protesting until it does.
Yes. Arrested, sentenced, and arrested, convicted, and sentenced.
Yep,
Absolutely. Thank you for your time. I'll give you a shake of hand. I'm still trying to social distance as much as possible. As much as possible. All right, as you can see, the crowd is starting to grow here at Windermere. I haven't really seen too many sheriff's cars out here, the patrol cars. I think they've been kind of just driving by, just kind of monitoring the situation. But this is why we're here, is murder. Everybody saw it. He's already guilty in the court of public opinion. So I stated this on my Facebook, that the real injustice here is that we are protesting the initiation of justice. We haven't even gotten into the game of the judicial game yet. Okay? This is just going. So when you see someone be murdered on camera, handcuffed, this must be the most expensive $20 bill in the history of the United States. Because that alleged counterfeit bill cost the man a life, millions of dollars in damage, and cities burning across America. All because Black Americans are denied the initiation of justice. We haven't even gotten to the judicial game. The fact that they won't even charge this man and says that there's a lack of evidence is a slap in the face. It should be a slap in the face to everybody who's ever worn a uniform in law enforcement. Y'all should be out here protesting too. And if you're silent, you are just as much responsible for these murders as your counterparts who are being abused. No more bad cop narrative. We're done with that. It's the orchard. No more bad apples. It's the orchard. Right? Let me go ahead. So we're live. People are just sitting around waiting. Right here. Real quick. Are you going right now too?
Yeah, but they ain't really
Yeah, I got 45 in here. Hey, as y'all can see, this is I would say fellow activist Miles Moran. I don't know why I thought your last name. Miles Moran. Miles, why are you out here?
But I'm out here just like everybody else who saw this on the internet and get up and go over there and see what we could do. No one told us to come here. We got up because we cared. You know, we want to see something happen. I want to see this man be charged. I want to see this man be convicted. And if he don't get convicted, people let them know we're not okay with that, and we're gonna take it a step further. We're gonna take it to the streets if we have to. We're gonna take it to the courts if we have to. We're gonna take it to the house if we have to. And that's what this is about, showing we're gonna do what we gotta do to get some stuff done.
Now, what did you feel? When you heard? Did you read the statement from Orange County Sheriff's Department
About him not being here?
Yeah. What was your reaction to that?
I feel like Orange County, instead of you volunteering that he's not here, volunteer that you'll make sure that things will be safe when we come out here to protest for our rights and what we're mad about. I feel like it needs to be more emphasis on the people instead of putting the protection on the police and making them more comfortable.
Yeah.
And I feel like we know Orange County and OPD aren't our friends. We know that we've been victims of Orange County and OPD's brutality. So we know that we don't need to be listening to them for what to be doing. This is about the people. If you feel it in your heart to come out here, come out here. If he's here or not, we out here. It don't matter. We showing him that he can't escape what he's doing.
No doubt, no doubt. And what I think what's more telling, this guy, let me flip it around. Chevron, he's for the fact that he's getting police assistance to safe harbor him, lets everybody know what's the game, what's really going on. What's really going on. So we're here. We're here, and it's, you know, similar to in Pine Hills or Paramore. There's a crime that goes down. Y'all criminalize the whole area. Okay? So now, when we have allegedly this murderous cop has fled to Florida, so now the entire community has to be on lockdown until the community gets answers. Let me flip it around. Come here, brother. What's your name?
Josh.
Josh. Where'd you come? You were just telling me?
I came from Oviedo just to be here.
And why was it important for you to travel from Oviedo to come here?
Justice matters, and this guy needs to get it. He needs to press it. And if anything, for here in Florida, the people here should understand. We are very close-knit community.
Yeah.
And if these guys can actually be along here in support of the brother's death, then we can be here as a social gathering, because we're not doing anything violent right now. We're just gathering around. That's what it is.
Yes. Yes. So, you know, and I also, and thank you so much for saying that. I also think it's very telling. How do you feel? Let me ask you this. How do you feel? Do you have, are you married? Do you have kids, or you have family members? How do you feel about this officer being here in this state? How do you feel about this officer being in the state when we have the stand your ground law?
Someone like him is gonna try and probably take advantage of it.
Yeah.
And I don't feel like it's a right place for him to be.
Yeah.
If my family ever saw this type of person,
Yeah.
they would probably do their best to avoid him. Even if he was a law officer, even if he was just a civilian doing a citizen, avoid him. They don't want that confrontation. And we want this situation taken care of with as quick, as simple as possible. Yeah. The best way is for him to be arrested.
Correct. All right. Thank you very much, man. Appreciate you. I'll shake your hand, but we social distancing. Yeah. I appreciate it. Thank you. Yeah, we have stand your ground in the state. We can't allow any more George Zimmermans to be walking around here feeling comfortable and free. We can't allow that. And for those who can't make it down here, that's fine. Make sure you call the office of the DA. It's on my Facebook wall. Make sure you call the office of the DA or go to the Soapboxx fan page, like the page, and let the DA know that you want these men, that you want all 4 officers arrested. This one is the one that we believe is here in Windermere, or has property here. Let me be correct. Has property here in Windermere. So, if we're talking about police and community relations, this is the conversation we're having right now. There has to be a zero tolerance policy. White supremacy infiltrating law enforcement, especially one with a long criminal. Where's the 3 strikes and you're out rule for the complaints on officers? That's what we need to be asking ourselves. Trying to find a spot with some shade. We got more folks pulling up. More folks. Thank you all for tuning in and checking in. I'm safe, y'all. I'm still practicing my social distancing. We need to have authentic commentary on what's going on out here. Because certain media houses, they're only going to say so much. They're only going to report so much. We're all out here. Someone drew this, justice for George Floyd. This man died. Didn't resist. There's no evidence of this man resisting arrest. There's no evidence. None of it. Tonight I will be live on Facebook again with the panel to discuss this in its entirety. It was important for me to come out here because I wanted to see it for myself. I'm trying to continue to keep my social distancing away from everybody. But people are coming out here. People are spreading the word. No, we don't need to go home. We have a right to be here. For the sister that's telling us to go home. No, we're safe. I'm social distancing. We don't need to go home here. And actually, no one's asked me to leave. Yep. We have a right. The neighbors in the community, they're kind of poking their heads out. I got a press pass. What are you talking about? Someone says you need to get a local press pass. I appreciate that, Matthew, but we're independent black media. I'm a journalist with the Central Florida Association of Black Journalists. I got a press pass, baby. I also write for the Orlando Sentinel as a guest contributor. So I'm good. Central Florida Central Florida 100 on Sundays. But we're here. We're here. So those are my credentials. I appreciate y'all.
I'm going in there. Is another side?
They ready to knock.
I'm going.
They ready to knock.
Look, right there, see up top right there?
They ready to knock. They ready to knock. I gotta keep moving because I'm trying to make sure that I continue my social distancing from folks. I believe that's WFTV's out here. Your WFTV?
Channel 9, yeah.
Channel 9 is out here. So he's social distancing, I'm social distancing, but he's got some things filming. What does the scene look like out here so far?
You see what I see?
Yeah, okay. Telemundo. So we have media outlets are here. I'm here. I'm here. So thank you all for joining in. Yes, I'm safe, y'all. I'm safe. The crowd is growing. Let me flip it. People are driving up. The crowd is it's growing. I think it's doubled since the time I got out here. So there's more and more people that are going to be showing up to let everybody know that this won't be tolerated. Not at all. So to be thorough, Sheriff's Department has put out a statement saying that this ex-cop, this white supremacist who murdered our brother George Floyd is not here. However, the community has such distrust in our Orange County Sheriff Department that they said they have to come out here and see it for themselves. So you remember that. So you see people are just driving by, they're honking. More and more people are coming out. Oh, so now people are coming with water and supplies. So you know people are setting up shop. I have a full battery. I'll go as long as I can, y'all. I have a full battery. Let's see. I'm at 67%. I might need to get sponsored for another phone because these Androids, man, the battery goes down. But yeah, this is what's going on right now. All the honking that you hear. All the honking that you hear is in support. That's in support. That's all the honking that you're hearing. For those who are calling me right now or messaging me, just let me flip the camera. Everyone who's calling me or messaging me right now, just let you know I am safe. I am continuing. I'm practicing social distancing. You see, there's nobody around me. The honking that you're hearing is in support. That's in support. Yep. Let's talk about that. In a lot of these cities, we have law enforcement officers who are infiltrated or provocateurs who are undercover, and it's been documented, who are inciting a lot of these riots that's going on here. A lot of that's going on. A lot of that. So, you know, when we got a diverse group of people, let's call it like it is, a diverse group of people that's out here, standing their ground to make sure that, hey, we want to make sure this dude's really not here. They said that there was movement in the house. We don't know. So I'm on the opposite side of the street. Everybody's across the street. I'm where the media is at. We have Channel 9 is over here. 13 is over there. We have Telemundo. We have David Porter. He's over there. What's up, David? David of 32805 News. He's over there. So the media outlets and the Soapboxx is here. So the media outlets are spread out. Yes, it's hot and I'm sweating. It's all good. It's all good. No, I can't take off my fedora because y'all gonna see this quarantine haircut and I'm not ready for that. But we're here. We're here. Patiently waiting. People are going by, they're honking in support, you know. So I can't, and all of the protests that's going on, I can't fault anybody for wanting to protest, right? Or even if they choose to riot or vandalize, that's not my call. I can't tell other people how to deal with their trauma. All right? But who can control is the law enforcement and the DA. They can control the situation. But they are choosing to let cities burn in order to not charge this man. Okay, we have the sheriff, we have one sheriff patrol car coming through. Not sure who that is. He's just driving by, checking the scene. We have neighbors on the porch, and they're getting the message too. The neighbors are getting the message too. Let me talk about that real quick. The neighbors are getting the message too, and the message to them is, hey, check your neighborhoods. Instead of going into black communities like Pine Hills and Paramore and doing all these marches and stop the violence and all stuff, we need to start having marches right here in places like Windermere and in these suburbs to tell your murderous neighbors, if they may be, to check them. That's what we need to do. That's what we need to do right now. There needs to be some conversations going on in the suburbs, right? When you got opioid crisis and all this stuff going on in the suburbs, but yet still when it comes to our communities, the entire community is criminalized if one person does something wrong. So now, and they ransacked, Orange County Sheriff's Department showed us that they ransacked when they had the idea that Markeith Lloyd, right, was even in the area, in the black community. They raided all sorts of places, arrested all sorts of people, because they thought he was in an area or harboring him. So now, in contrast, when Orange County Sheriff's Department tells us now, hey, he's not here, people are skeptical.
Justice, no peace!
That's right. That's right. That's what's going on right now. How you guys doing? All right. As you can see, this is the scene. The crowd continues to grow. News outlets are here. We're live. We're live. I'll continue to go as long as I can with my phone battery, y'all. People are live. Thank you. Make sure you share this feed. And if you go ahead, if you want more information on what's going on, make sure you go to the Soapboxx page. Like our page. We're on there all the time having authentic, uncensored, unscripted conversation. Your communities. Support independent black media. I was one of the first people here, Chadwick, yes. Yeah, we're here, man. Thanks, Phil. Yeah, we're here. We're here. You know, as a journalist and as an activist, you know, it's a tremendous, and I made sure I reached out to a couple of my couple of lawyers or attorneys that I do know, legal observers here for any of these attorneys. Would love to get some legal observers to show up. So any attorneys that, if you're free and you want to observe, you should make your way out here. You can still social distance, keep your distance, but make sure the people are safe and that you're observing. It's a little hot out here. It's all good. So this is the scene right now. I'm going to go across the street, look at some of these signs that people have. Let me go ahead and cross the street, y'all. Excuse me, madam, if I capture some of your signs that you have out here today? All right. Yeah, I got that one, thank you. Can I see some of your signs? If you guys can hold them up in a row, I'll just kind of... There we go. Black Lives Matter. I can't breathe, Black Lives Matter. I can't breathe. No justice, no peace. This not justification. I like that one. Black Lives Matter. We got over 160 people now watching. I can't breathe. There you go. Right. Here's some. What's the? Let me get in close to get the. Here we go. Yep. There we go. Did you guys believe the sheriff's department when they said that this guy may not be here? No. Did anybody believe the sheriff?
I don't trust any of that. They just want to. Yeah. They're gonna protect him at all costs.
Okay. Yes, they say I need a camera crew. I'm doing the best I can.
You're just getting the word out there. That's all that matters.
Absolutely. 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 Let me turn it around. Listen, I have a Cash App if y'all want me to get a camera crew. All right, I'm doing the best I can. We got 100. What is that? 190 people watching right now. So, well, almost 200 now. And people are out here. And I think that what's being said out here on the grassroots level is that people are out here because they didn't trust what the sheriff's department said about this guy. They didn't trust it. So they have to come out here and see for themselves. That speaks to the leadership of the sheriff's department, the current leadership. That speaks to the current leadership of what's going on. I think it's tripled the size since I've been out here. So it's growing. So I'm, you know, neighbors are coming out, looking out their windows. People are concerned. People are standing by. Sheriff's Department hasn't had a pretty a heavy presence out here. They've just been one patrol car. I would say time about every 20 minutes has been driving by. Is that what you're getting? Every patrol, about 20 minutes, a patrol car comes around, give or take?
About that. They've got a couple unmarked too.
Sorry, there's this guy over here in the Mercedes that's been here since like before we got here. And
oh, let me get you. You mind if I get you on?
Yeah,
go ahead.
All
right, hold on. What's your name, man?
Aaron.
Aaron. Okay. What were you telling me?
This guy over here in the Mercedes has been here like since before we got here, and we were some of the first people. And he's been sitting there like he's a white dude wearing a black face mask. And he was sitting there watching us for a while, and then he came out and was like taking photos, but he never said if he was with, you know, like a news organization. He never asked for our names or anything like that. And then he got back in and was sitting there for probably an hour doing nothing. And then he left, and he just came back, and he's sitting in his car doing nothing. So
what do you expect? Do you suspect him to be?
Yeah, definitely.
What do you suspect him of being?
A cop, yeah, definitely. I'm thinking the fact that, you know, we only, like you were saying, I heard you saying like every 20 minutes a squad car coming through. I don't think for a second that that's the only surveillance that they have going on.
Oh, absolutely not. No, there's been proven that there's been agent provocateurs in all of these protests
and stuff like that.
Yeah.
No, and he hasn't spoken to anybody. The one thing, it was kind of funny. I pointed to him and I was like, "Oh, that guy's a cop," and he went, "No, I'm not a cop." And we're like, "Okay, well, I guess we'll take that for granted."
Well, everybody else who's not a cop has been outside.
Yeah, exactly.
So.
And he came up and like took photos of us and then went right back in his car, like he was trying to like be able to identify us later on if something happened.
Yes.
No, yeah, he's totally suspect. Like.
Absolutely.
No, yeah, and this, I think, no, never mind. Yeah. There was a guy in a white Range Rover who was here earlier, and he was like, oh, I work for the police department. And I'm like, why are you fucking here? Like, what do you have to say to us? And he said something like, he was like, oh, well, I'm not a police officer. And he said that, you know, this guy's a murderer, which obviously he's a murderer. Like, police shouldn't be getting credit for saying that they're murderers. Like, everybody knows that. It's indisputable. Like, you don't get points for saying the obvious.
Yeah, you don't get points for having, for grabbing for justice.
No, I wonder what they would have said about Breonna Taylor, about anybody else that this shit happens to. Like, Ahmaud Arbery, have they, you know, would he say, oh, this ex-police officer, you know, he's a murderer? Like, have they come out and said stuff like that? It seems like they're just defending their own asses. And I mean, especially because if police officers wanted to get on social media and say, this man's a murderer, and I realize that there's institutional problems with policing, so I'm going to step down as a police officer and dedicate my life to making up for the fact that I've been a police officer this long, then I would be like, okay, everybody needs to, like, have their own, you know, I don't know, like, momentum as a person to change. But no, I'm not going to get, you get no fucking credit for saying it's murder. Like, we know it's murder. It's indisputable.
Thank you. Thank you for your commentary. Appreciate you. Yeah, you too. This is indefensible. It's indefensible or something.
The lady right there, she said she called the police. They try to get him to leave, but they won't let him leave. She said, I'm scared for my house. I don't want him to my house while I got. She said, there's people in there. She said she called the police herself.
Let me see. Let's see if I can possibly talk to some neighbors, possibly. Let me see. Let's see if anybody lives in this community. I'm gonna show y'all this lady over here. She looks like she's very concerned about what's going on. Looks like she's very concerned. Yeah, but we're out here. More and more people are coming. More signs are coming. Just to let y'all know, I am safe. Just to have my media credentials. I am out here. It is a diverse crowd. It is, right? You know, everybody has a right to be here. No one's asked anybody to leave. No one's asked anybody to disperse. So everybody has a right to be here. So everyone is conjugating and they're standing here in protest to not only this guy allegedly or potentially being here, this murderous ex-cop, this supremacist, but in protest of the injustice that's going on within this country. And how this guy has still not been charged. And how they said that there's a lack of evidence. How do you say that? But then on CNN, you'll arrest a guy, a black reporter, on site. They arrested him on camera, live on camera. So if you can arrest him for just doing his job and standing there, you know you can bring charges that were complicit in killing this man after he said he couldn't breathe and begged for his life. That's why people are out here. Not only that, but nobody believed out here the sheriff's department was telling the truth. That was the biggest red flag for people coming out here. Once the sheriff's department put out that statement, everyone who lives here in Orlando or Orange County said, uh-oh, we know that's a trick bag. When the Orange County Sheriff's Department says, okay, there's nothing to see here, that means what? We got to come see it for our damn selves. That speaks to the leadership of the Sheriff's Department. So, brother, you mind if I interview you? You good? Okay, cool. All right. So, yeah, we're here, man. We have the media outlets, they're over here, they've conjugated. Everybody's trying to social distance as much as possible. At least I am, you know. I see people that are trying to keep their distance as much as possible, but I think during this time, people, it's hard during a pandemic that we got to protest because people want that human interaction when we see traumatic situations like this. It's natural for you to, so during a pandemic, if we can't hold on to our loved ones, if we can't be around the people in our community the most, then guess what? You're backing people into a corner. So people have, I mean, they're now bringing supplies, they have signs, they have water. So look like folks is in it for the long haul. I'm here. I'll be here as long as I can, as far as go live, as long as I can with my battery. You guys know I have an Android. No one decided to help me out. That's a little joke, y'all. I'm not asking for no donations or nothing. If y'all want, follow the Soapboxx podcast. Soapboxx podcast with two X on Instagram. Follow us on Facebook. That's an independent black media outlet. We've interviewed folks such as D.L. Hughley. We've interviewed comedian Godfrey, Tony Rock, Kev on Stage. We've interviewed Orange County Mayor Jerry Demings, property appraiser Rick Singh. We've interviewed. So support independent news media, because there are certain things that the mainstream outlets won't allow.
What's your media?
What's up?
What's your media?
Yep, Soapboxx.
What's it called?
The Soapboxx. With 2X, Soapboxx with 2X.
On Twitter?
I'm on Instagram and I'm on Facebook. My Twitter handle is Legacy Cold World.
Legacy?
Yes, Legacy Cold World. Cole, Cole.
I got you.
So yeah. For those who are asking, yes, I'm safe. Yes, I'm social distancing. People are social distancing. So they're out here. My brother out here, black media, independent. So we're here. Let me flip it around so you guys can kind of survey the scene. This is what's going on right now. This is the house. This is the house. People said that they've seen movement. They've knocked on the door earlier, and they said that that guy was not here. But people said that there's movement in the house. We don't know who's in the house or what's going on. All right. We have the media outlets that are here. They're standing by. We have these aren't pros. These are gatherers. Right. Gatherers. There are, a mixture of gatherers, observers, and protesters with signs. People are now bringing water. We have activists out here. We have independent black media that's out here. So we're here. This is what we do. When things happen in your community, you need to be on top of things. Making sure that you set a standard and set a code that this will not be tolerated. So we have cars that have been driving by. Cars have been driving by, honking in support of what's going on, of people gathering. There have also been a cop car about every 15 minutes. Thank you. Yes, follow the Soapboxx on Instagram and on Facebook. Soapboxx podcast with 2X, the Soapboxx. And my Twitter is Legacy Cold World. LEGACYCOLE World. Like J. Cole, but Legacy Cold World. One word. Thank y'all for putting that information. If y'all can put that information inside the thing. Yeah, I'm sweating and it's getting in my eyes. Hold on. All right, so So earlier I had somebody tell me that this guy here in this Mercedes, he looks suspicious. Water, if you could. Let me flip it around. This is Michael Scott. Look at, just so that we get evidence. Michael Scott giving me a water. How's your hand and everything, brother?
It's good. I'm getting there, man. I still got a little ways to go.
All right, man.
All right,
Appreciate you. Got a water. You mind if I interview you? How you doing, sir? I'm here with the Soapboxx.
I'm Daily Man.
What's your name?
I'm Chris.
And what are you, why are you out here today? Why do you...
I'm a
Huh?
I'm a photographer. I'm a journalist.
You're what?
I'm a journalist.
Oh, you're a journalist. For which outlet?
Daily Mail.
For where?
Daily Mail.
Oh, the Daily Mail. Oh, okay. Okay, is that Ben Shapiro's outlet? Okay. So we got the Daily Mail out here. Okay, so people were seeing, we didn't know, we saw you with your head shaved and nobody saw you come out your car. You left and came back. So we were trying to figure out, you know, who you were at the time. So this is a journalist from the Daily Mail, right? And you what kind of articles do you write?
No, I'm a photographer.
Oh, you're a photographer, but you ain't been outside your car.
Yeah, that's
Huh?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I haven't seen you take any pictures, but all right. So as long as we're all media, I'm media too. So I just wanted to make sure we capture the entire thing. You know how journalists do. All right? All right, appreciate that. He said he's a journalist with the Daily Mail.
Daily Mail? Oh, that's not good either.
Yeah. So, but he's I got him on camera.
Yeah.
And he said his name and everything like that. So we're good to go.
Good. I mean, there you go.
If he says he's media, he's media.
Yeah, exactly.
Yep. All right. So we have to make sure that's how it needs to be done. You need to go and check people in your community. When someone is suspicious, you don't know who they are or where they came from. In these type of situations, with all of the, you know, provocateurs, that's what we need. I need someone to. Hold on, I'm struggling. I'm trying to get this water while I'm still trying to record. Give me 1 second. Give me a second, y'all. Try to figure this out. Y'all saw me struggling. Give me a second.
I didn't see anything, but yeah, I think maybe the water's down.
Sorry about that. I had to drink some water and put my mask on. Not as easy as you think. Wild broadcasting. All right, so we're good. And we have, is the Weather Channel? Oh no, that's News 13. Yeah, just to let y'all know, I have my credential badge out here. So anybody who says that they're media or looking at like media or whatever, I'm looking at their credentials as well. I want to make sure that while we're reporting or we're talking to people, that we're also keeping people safe. We're also still practicing social distancing as possible because, you know, the fact that, you know, it's ridiculous that we have to protest and deal with this type of nonsense during a pandemic. It seemed like the pandemic shut everything down but racism. There you go. Make sure I'm not in the street. Later on tonight, I'm gonna go live on my Facebook. We'll have a a panel to discuss George Floyd and everything that's been going on. Also, Amy Cooper in Central Park. So make sure you follow us on social media where we can get you this information straight from the grassroots. I appreciate y'all. What is this? Almost 400 people on this live. I appreciate y'all tuning in. And if you can't make it down here, it's okay. Go to the Soapboxx page, look on the wall. We have the information for the phone number to the DA's office. Call the DA's office. Oftentimes people think, okay, I can't go out there. I don't want to protest. It's a pandemic. There's more. We need everything. We need you to be on social media. We need you to write articles. We need you to make phone calls. We need you to do all of it. The only problem I have is when we decide to just do one thing and then think we're going to get justice. It all works together for its good. So everybody plays their part. Again, for any of my attorneys watching this live, if you want to come, you don't have to, just be a legal observer. Make sure people in the community are safe. That's how you organize. That's how you organize. We need legal observers. We need people to be making phone calls. We need people making signs if that's what you want to do. Write letters to people like your Congress representative. Put pressure on these folks. You have to smoke out these white supremacists that have infiltrated law enforcement. That's what you have to do. That's organizing. So people may ask, well, if we're just out here, then how is it, what are you doing? What message? We're letting the communities know across the country. That's what these protests know, that if you safe harbor white supremacists, if you don't bring justice, equal justice, we are no longer tolerating killings being broadcast all over the world by the hands of law enforcement. We tried to protest peacefully. So the detractors, the MAGA hat wearers, you have decided that this is the best course, this is the best course of action. See, that's the distraction. We don't need to be out here twerking and all that other stuff. That's my opinion. All the Trump supporters and all those folks, I bet you kneeling for the anthem don't seem that bad right now. Oh, okay. Hey, Patty, thank you. All right, so for those who are just tuning in, we got over 400-something people here. For those who are tuning in, just want to let you know that the reason, and hold on, we have an officer. What were you saying, ma'am? What were you saying, ma'am? You just want everybody off the street. Okay. Okay. All right. We can do that. We can do that. It's a little different here in Windermere. I have never heard an officer talk to me like that. Excuse me. We was just like you off the street, sir.
She supports what we're all doing.
And she said, so I had to tip my cap. The tone was a little different. I was a little taken aback by that. I was like, what? But anyway, yes. So the officer who put his neck on our brother George Floyd in that video, who murdered him in broad daylight. This is his. Let me flip it around. His alleged property that he's here in Orange County, in Windermere. So that's why people are gathered here today. Now people are driving by who can't stop. People are driving by in support of what's going on. So they're driving by, they're stopping, they're saying their messages, they're honking horns. So that's the scene that's going on here. It's a diverse crowd, a peaceful crowd. So we have media outlets out here right now. We have Channel 9's out here, Telemundo's out here, Univision. I believe that's Univision. So people are just driving by, seeing what's going on. Sir, what media outlet are you with? Let me see, let me ask him. So people are chanting, so that's the scene. That's the scene. So the only instructions that we've received thus far, and if anybody's asking why I'm not in the thick of the crowd, is because I'm trying to maintain social distancing as much as possible. Okay? Oh, okay. Telemundo and Univision is here. Did I do a good job? Okay. For those who said I didn't do it with an accent. Yes, it was very odd how I was treated in a different community. I didn't know that's how they talk to people in Windermere out here. Someone asked if I didn't say the media outlets in Spanish. Yo habla español un poquito. Un poquito. All right. So I need a brush. I definitely need a brush on. I need to brush that up too. So as you can see, people are driving by. This is what people are doing. Driving by. What? Oh, telling people to go back to Minnesota, going back to Minnesota. People are driving by. That's what's going on right now. So things is kind of turning up now. There you go. That guy's a cop. That's a cop right there who's drive by multiple times. So we're live. We're here. People are here. They're waiting. They haven't seen. There has been in the residence. They said that there's nobody there. People have knocked on the door. You know. Yep. So yes, it is a diverse crowd, but we need people to make sure that not just today, for a symbolic gesture, we need people out here making phone calls. We need to keep up the pressure. See, I shouldn't have to come to Windermere. There should be stuff going on already. Shouldn't have to. You know, we shouldn't have to come in here. But people from Oviedo and all over the place have come to Windermere just so they can protest peacefully to show, hey, if this guy is being harbored, it won't be tolerated. On the grassroots level, there's been so much mistrust from the Orange County Sheriff's Department that when they put out that statement, it actually say, hey, we need a rally and see for ourselves. And that's because of the leadership from Orange County, the Sheriff's Department. That's why people are out here. And that's not coming from me. That's people who have been filmed. That is people who are non-black. So don't think I'm being biased. That's what's actually being said out here. Yeah. So we have people who are ex-law enforcement who live in this area, who are retired, saying that they're on our side. Well, I will say to that, I hope you were on our side when you were law enforcement. What we're not talking about that's influenced all of this is the police unions. The police unions are influencing policy. The police unions are safe harboring these white supremacists that have infiltrated law enforcement. where people can file complaints and they don't get heard. You see what I'm saying?
Take it easy.
Sure. Sure. Yeah. You said you're an ex-cop and you support?
Go in the car.
You said you're retired?
Black Lives Matter.
We have this gentleman right here. I'm sorry? Oh, we don't know. That's why everybody's out here. You said that you're a retired police officer? How long did you serve, sir? Okay. He didn't want to talk.
Not like this. Because it's murder. I worked out of Jersey, out of Orange. I never did nothing like this.
Oh, out of Jersey. Out of Jersey. Out of Jersey. He said he didn't do nothing like this. We have to all still keep in mind, for those who are out here protesting or will come out here protesting, we still have to keep in mind, Florida is a stand your ground state. So make sure you continue to social distance yourself and protect yourself at all times. So I don't have a portable charger, all right? So when my phone is starting to die, it's over. For all my regulars who are giving me a hard time about, you know, my Android phone. You know, trying to do the best I can. If you would like to, my Cash App is $TJLegacy. If you want to contribute to the to getting a camera crew, I'll be more than happy to do it. Yes, I am actual media here. Central Florida Association of Black Journalists, the Soapboxx, and the Soapboxx podcast. Oh, so is this? They said that he has been charged. Breaking news. Is this true? Can somebody else confirm this while I'm on live? They said it is charged. Can somebody pull up their phone? Can anybody confirm? Can anybody confirm that this guy? Before we shoot, I want to make sure that I'm thorough. Someone in my chat room, I want y'all to put a. Let me know. I don't know if they. Let me know. I don't know if they're just saying that because they want people to disperse. Let's see. Can you guys confirm whether or not this guy's been charged? No, has he been charged? They just said that he was charged. Somebody said he was charged.
Amy Klobuchar put out a tweet that said he's in custody and he's been charged.
Can I see the tweet? Can I see it? Can you pull it up on Twitter? Can you pull it up on Twitter?
Let me pull up Amy Klobuchar.
Yeah, so we're looking to get confirmation. We're looking to get confirmation. Hold on, let me turn. This is from
about 4 minutes ago. 4 minutes.
This is Amy Klobuchar, the senator of Minnesota, who didn't arrest him before. Police. Derek Chauvin has been arrested and is in custody for the murder of George Floyd. The first step towards justice. Okay, what about the rest of the three? We went all four of them charged. That's one.
There's still 3 other police officers.
Check Amy. You guys check Amy. Check Amy Klobuchar's Twitter. Y'all go ahead and check Amy Klobuchar's Twitter. Check her Twitter. I got that. I can't check my Yeah. I'm trying to blow on my arm and I got the mask on. Y'all need to know I can't check that, so let me know. Here we go. Okay, he has been charged. Okay, that's fine. Now people turning up. Only him. There's three other people that need to be charged. They arrested him 5 minutes ago. Okay, what about the other 3? So now the sheriff's department. No, the sheriff's department is about. They're blocking off this road. So now they're blocking off this road. So they're blocking it off. They're blocking it off and saying he's in custody. So who's in that house? We don't know who's in the house. Yep. I'm across the street. We got cops coming out here. I'm trying to social distance as much as possible, y'all. So I'll get as close as I can with being on the side. All right. So that's the scene right now in Windermere. That's the scene.
I'm not here for likes, man.
Yeah. That's the scene. That's the scene what's going on. So, as you can see, all you can see here,
how much money we spend a day as a black, brown, yellow, whatever community.
As you can see, they're blocking off the road up ahead. And then they have a cop car where they're blocking. So they're starting to block off the area now. Okay, they arrested him. That's good. That's the first step. That is the first step. They arrested him. Okay, that's the first step. However, what about the 3 others? Check the law. What about the 3 others? They need to be charged too. We're not going to allow ourselves to be pacified. Took all of him. Nope. So, of course, we have people that's out here trying to be emotional, trying to show out, just so that they can get, the attention, whatever. But seasoned, notice how all my seasoned activists are falling back. We don't need to do all that hot dogging and yelling and all. Our presence in itself should deter this crap. The fact that we're here, we need to yell and exert all this energy and all sort of stuff. No. But if that's what they want to do, that's fine. That's how they're dealing with their trauma. But I'm telling you, as a seasoned organizer, the best way is for all of this to work to this good. So I said, call the DA's office, tweet Amy Klobuchar, do stuff on Twitter, Congressman, march, protest if you want to, if that's what you feel like doing. Call the DA's office. That's what you need to do. But in no way should anybody feel that if you harbor a white supremacist that has murdered innocent lives in this country, a black life, we're going to smoke you out of the community. You are no longer safe or comfortable. The safest place for you to be is behind bars, in isolation, when you should be in general pop. So that's what's going on here. We don't need to be twerking. We don't need to be out here doing there ain't no music contests and any of that kind of crap. Hey, how you doing? I'm trying to social distance. How you doing? Are you legal? Okay, we got some attorneys out here legally observing. So good. So that's what we got. We have some legal observers out here too. It all works for us good. We have attorneys that are out here that are just legally observing. So look, this is it. This is the scene out here. As y'all can see, he was charged. The guy, Derek Chauvin, or whatever his name is. Derek Chauvin, I believe. I believe that's how you pronounce it. He's been charged. Orange County Sheriff's Department did come to this house right here. This is the property that's registered to him under the property appraiser. Okay, that's the house, right? This is it. All right. And so right now, there are cops that have blocked off the area so that they're not allowing people, unless you're a resident, I believe, to get in. Let me go down there and talk with them. So, you know, this is the situation that we're in right now. I'm going down here with the officers. We have people coming out their houses now. I'm a little further down from where the demonstrators are, a little further down. Excuse me. I have a question. Excuse me, officer. Excuse me, officer. What were your the directives? Are y'all blocking the street? What are we doing here? What are the directives that you're getting from your commanders? Is it only for residents? Because I see that the other. Calm down. Side. Okay. No, I just wanted to know what the directives were.
Yeah, it's a peaceful protest.
Okay.
We're not here to cause trouble or anything like that.
Okay.
We're here to make sure everybody stays safe.
Okay.
That's what we're here.
All right. Just want to, make sure that I'm thorough. I'm a journalist. We're covering this. The directives were from the top. A lot of folks decided that because of the statement that was made, a lot of what's being said on the grassroots, because of the statement that was being made, the statement that said he wasn't here, that prompted everybody to come here and find out for themselves to see if they were here, because there's a disconnect in the community between police and law enforcement, especially the directives from the current leadership.
Right.
So that's why people decided to show up here today.
I understand it. I can tell you that most of the law enforcement's in agreement with you.
Okay, but see, I think, and I commend you saying that most of law enforcement are. I think what the problem is
when a peaceful protest doesn't turn peaceful.
Yes, well, protests across the country have provocateurs and arsonists, anarchists that have nothing to do with trying to find justice, whatever. I think when people see what happened with George Floyd, and we don't see other officers come out or the police these actions, yeah, we may have individual officers, but
all over the country coming out against it.
Yeah. So, well, we need more of the organizations to come out and condemn it as a whole, as a whole.
But yeah, we'll open it back up. It gets heated. We try to calm it down.
Okay. Are they towing vehicles or anything like that?
No, nothing now. We just trying to keep an open pathway. Emergency vehicles need to come through, something like that. That's right.
Okay.
Is it an open pathway? Because there's a car.
Yeah, they're blocking that area. That's why I asked that.
We've got it shut down right now.
Okay.
The road. We'll open it up shortly.
Okay. So just to keep everybody abreast of what's going on, Orange spoke with Orange County sheriffs. They're saying that they blocked the area just to make sure that the protest remains peaceful. It's been peaceful. People have been on the sidewalk. Some people have been chanting, some people have been holding signs, some people have been talking, taking interviews. So there's nothing to warrant any, in my estimation, they shut down. They said they're shutting down the street so that they can shut down. They're saying that they're shutting down the street so that if anything happens, emergency vehicles can come through. But if you have a fire truck come through here, and I just want you guys to see what I'm talking about. right? If you have a fire truck to come through here, they can't get because on the other side of that street, there's a they're blocking it with a sheriff's vehicle. So that's, you know, why I asked the questions that I asked. Excuse me, I have sweat in my eyes. That's why I asked the questions that I asked. You did say that, you know, officers were, you know, I believe that. Is that the vehicle removed? Hold on. This is the cop car. Were you that cop car? I'm sorry. Were you the cop car that was down there? Oh, so it's open now. Okay, so it is open.
We're opening it back up.
Yep, so.
Just so you guys know, he was just arrested.
No, we know he's arrested, but that's one.
Yeah.
There was 4 of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was 3 of them. So 3 others need to be arrested too.
Right.
So.
But the one that lives down here was arrested.
Yeah, that's fine.
So,
yeah.
No, I just.
No. They made the announcement and they had it broadcast. I think what people really want to see, and what they're trying to, you know, this is the symbolism of it all, is to let people know that, hey, if you have people like this in your community that have suspected white supremacist views, it's your obligation and duty to smoke them out. They shouldn't feel comfortable. They should not feel comfortable being in your community. All right. So, oh, excuse me, let me, I'm wetting up my, should have brought boots like y'all. So that's what's going on. Now there's a lot of, down there's a lot of chanting and all that stuff. That's all good, well and good. If that's what they want to do, that's fine. But the guy is not here. He's in custody. It's been confirmed. And so now we need, you know, people out here voicing their displeasure. I still think that there are 3 other officers. Let me cross the street. I believe still need to be charged. Okay. So. This is the grassroots. This is the heartbeat of the community, right here. Everything that's going on is a heartbeat. CNA and all these people, we don't need other people talking for us. We get here straight to the grassroots, inside the trenches, talking to people about how they feel, the distrust and disconnect between law enforcement, the distrust of law enforcement. This is why they're out here. The symbolism of diverse people saying, we're going to suck out these white supremacists in these communities. Comfortable.
No justice! No peace! No justice! No peace! No justice! No peace!
Yes, I'm safe. I'm social distancing as much as possible.
No peace!
You see the sheriff's?
No peace! No justice! No peace!
Here we go. We have the sheriff's office here.
No peace! We will not stop until there is justice in our law enforcement, in our justice system. It is broken.
Yeah.
It is broken. It is broken.
This purpose is fine.
Yes.
It is designed to oppress the black and brown people.
Listen.
This purpose is fine.
See people talking that black and brown.
Systematic oppression. That's how this
Listen.
private prison.
Listen.
Private systematic oppression.
That's what's being said. So people out here voicing their displeasure. Yes.
They criminalize them.
Yes. Hey, what you need to do? Look. Hey, what y'all need to do is put pressure on these police unions. The reason that these cops can have so many complaints and not be charged with stuff is because they're playing politics, because they are controlled by the police unions. Similar like the gun lobbyists, where we have all these mass shootings and Alec and all these people making these policies. If you put pressure on these police unions to say that, hey, if you are safe harboring these white supremacists, they got to be out of here. That's why people are here in this community. That's why you're here, and it's a diverse community. But it doesn't just stop here. If you gotta call the DA, you can post on Twitter, you can march. Don't just march in Pine Hills and Paramore. Take your ass over here to Windermere and Ellsworth and all these other suburban communities. That's what you need to do. That's what you need to do. So it's going to take, look, it's going to take all of it. We can't play this benign neglect policies thing no more. We can't afford that. We got to be on the grassroots level. And when we got senators like Amy Klobuchar that let these officers slip through the cracks, but then you want our vote in November, I say forget that. Forget that. We can't allow that. All your congresswomen, congresspeople, you got to contact them. Put pressure on them. We got lawyers out here today who are being legal observer. Everybody plays a part. But if you go into your job and you letting black people be oppressed and discriminated against and you ain't saying shit, you just as much a part of the problem. You just as much have the gun in your hand. So if you really want to change the system, everybody's got to have a gut check moment. This pandemic is a gut check moment because even though the country stopped because of the pandemic, racism and white supremacy has been rampant. Over 100,000 people have died from this COVID-19. How many people have died because of systematic racism and white supremacy? How many people have actually died? How many people have died? So all this chanting and stuff is cool. I respect it. You see what I'm saying? But there's work to be done. It ain't about exerting all this energy now and then 2 weeks later, we back to shucking and jiving and watching Netflix and chilling. You see what I'm saying? We got work to do. So roll your sleeves up. I'm proud to do the work with y'all. Hey, I appreciate y'all looking at this broadcast. I had to say. We out here. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Sister, you my son,
yes.
my daughter, you my father,
yes.
my mother. Get together, man. Unified. No more chanting and just yelling and looting and rioting. To go to where they go? Where we go to go vote? To the polls, right? Where we need to go. Our fucking knowledge.
Yo, and support in. Go ahead, Miles.
County meetings too.
The county, exactly.
We gotta vote for our state attorney. Charges or not is the state attorney.
Right.
Who's gonna let them walk free is the state attorney or not.
Yes.
So we need to press the mayors, the commissioners. It's a public servant needs to serve the public first and not private interests. So like they said, we keep this going and we don't stop at no city hall. We don't do what we needed them to do. We show up at their front door.
Yes.
Right.
Oh yeah.
Yes. Let me ask you. Let me ask you. How many of you have been to a police citizen reward meeting? Don't lie, because I go all the time.
Not I.
That's the problem.
How many people knew what
That's
it
the
was?
problem. He had. That's the problem. When there's a racist, white supremacist cop that have infiltrated these law enforcement, look it up. It's common knowledge, right? When they're inside these places and you got people in your communities that are calling, terrorizing black folks just for living, you got to check them. It's your responsibility to check the Karens, the Susans, or whatever. It's your responsibility. But when you continue to go off it with your life, you are just as much responsible for the racism and the oppression. I'm being real with you, and I know I'm hurting some of y'all feelings. It's just as much, you are just as much responsible. When you talk about the militarization of the law enforcement, do your research. Who do you think put them policies in place?
Yes.
Ain't no Republicans in Orange County that are over black communities. So don't think that racism and white supremacy has a political affiliation.
They don't.
You see what I'm saying?
And you are not.
It all works together.
And one more thing. We keep everybody in check. It don't matter if you red or blue, like he said.
Yeah.
It don't matter if you a Democrat or not. It don't mean you for us.
Everybody gets to smoke.
The person who was voted in by us will vote you out. And another thing is, we got to check these people off of the internet too.
We could do social media campaigns, but unless it's on the minutes, unless it's in the city council meetings, unless it's at the county, it's not going to matter when it comes down to when it's decision-making time. So we got to show up this deep times 10 at the next meeting when they do something like this.
And also support independent media outlets. It's okay, and I'm going to speak to the media. I know you put the microphone down when I said that.
That was it.
You knew.
Am I here?
Yeah. Wait, I got you. It's all great that we have these local media outlets out here, but we should not allow them to be the only ones telling our story and our experience in our own communities. When things go down in Paramore and Pine Hills, they criminalize the entire community. When he is allegedly here, this is his residence, everybody wants to say, well, why are they here? It doesn't make any sense. We learned this practice from Orange County Sheriff's Department when they went and ransacked our community because they thought one fugitive killed a cop. So now when somebody kills an unarmed, I don't care if they're in Minnesota, Arizona, Timbuktu, we showing up and we pulling up.
We ain't playing.
So now justice looks like a lot of people feel like, oh, I accomplished something today. That's cool, but it's work. Activism is a craft. Continue to work on your craft, to continue to cultivate your this movement, and make sure you stay safe and watch out for each other. That's all I got to say, y'all. Love.
Let's keep this going, y'all. Hey, spread the word that the people want to come out here and stand in solidarity. We are still here. We are not dying down. It's just starting. Because even though we arrested the officer, we ain't stopping.
One down, 3 more to go.
Exactly. Hey. There's no safe place for people who do evil things. There's no rest for the wicked.
Yep.
We out here.
We out here.
We no rest. For real.
We're going to turn wicked. Yo, they
said, y'all know Miles is in the community.
If you want to help, text Floyd 55156. That's to say that the officers involved should not get their pension.
So
and they
as you say, that's one down. For those who are telling me that's one down.
Petition.
3 more to go.
It's 55156.
All right. So
text Floyd.
So follow the Soapboxx podcast with 2X. That's Soapboxx podcast with 2X. Soapboxx podcast with 2X. Soapboxx podcast with 2X. Make sure you like us on our Facebook page. We're independent black media. This is what we're doing. We're here to the grassroots. We're touching the people. We're talking directly to them. All right? Appreciate y'all.
It got pretty intense. Like, man, people
Excuse me. Yo, I'm at 15%, bro. Oh, hold on. Let me go ahead and...
My job is not even getting connected right now.
Yeah, there's 700, almost 1,000 people here. Hey, real quick, I'm gonna let you have the last word, Miles. Hey, man, go ahead and kind of summarize. What I do on my podcast, we do a moral of the story, right? So what's your moral of the story? How can you summarize today's events?
Moral of the story is effort, because we don't just stop when somebody gets an arrest or when there's a headline that we like or when it's a charge, because we've seen so many times people get charged and not convicted, or we see people get off free and we don't put the effort afterwards. So like you said, and like so many other people said, when this is done, effort doesn't stop. We don't just get one conviction or one charge and go home. We go to the next time, we go to the next meeting, we go to the next review board, and we keep pushing through, because we need to stop just retaliating and be preventing this from happening. And that's what we really need to be doing.
Absolutely, brother. Absolutely. Hey, you guys heard it. You guys are here. Y'all. Tonight I'm going to go on Zoom so we can have a panel discussion about what's going on locally. So please follow the Soapboxx podcast with 2X. My Twitter is Legacy Cole, Legacy